know you? No.
Today we're going to be reviewing 3 figures. Why not? So today I'm going to be reviewing Combiner Wars Firefly, or Firefly, whatever you like to call them. Combiner Wars Slingshot, or Quickslinger, whatever you like to call them. And Combiner Wars Blastoff. Blastoff? No, that can't be Blastoff. Must have been a typo. Script, you're stupid, Larry. You're stupid with your scripts. This can't be Blastoff, right? So anyway, we continue, and we review Firefly, Quickslinger, and this can't be Blastoff.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
So we have Firefly, or Fireflight, whichever you prefer, Slingshot or Quickslinger, whichever you prefer again, and Blastoff. Blastoff? That's not a space shuttle. What kind of bullshit is this? Firefly, then Quickslinger, and then I don't give a shit, and then fake off. And there we have Firefly. I don't care. I'm going to call him Firefly, because I think that's what they call him now. Here's Firefly in vehicle mode, and he's cool. I like this jet mode. It's very nice, very compact, very clean looking. Very, very smooth. Very nice. I really do enjoy this mold quite a lot. And, yeah, I think he's really nice. I really like him. I like whatever they use him for the mold. And, yeah, so he has pegs here. There's a peg back here. But there's not a lot to him, and I do enjoy that. My only little problem is, well, you can see his arms right there. But you know what? That ain't bad. I really enjoy this figure. It's very nice looking, and I really enjoy the mold. Now, here's Quickslinger, or Slingshot, whatever you prefer. It went by Quickslinger, so I'm going to call him that. Now, Quickslinger was exclusive to online during May of 2015 to June 2015, and then now it's just like hard to get. And he's very nice. I grabbed him. He was like the last one. I grabbed Wild Rider first. I should have grabbed both of them at the same time, but anywho's, it doesn't matter. I have both of them anyway. So here's Quickslinger, and he looks very nice, and I really like the white. It's a very, very vibrant color. I don't think Slingshot and Firefly were the same mold in the original days, but, and you know, it would have been nice to maybe, I don't know, do like what they're doing with Air Raid and Skydive and remold it just a bit, but have basically the same mold. But overall, I really like this one. In fact, I think this is my personal favorite of this mold. It's really nice. It's very neat, very streamlined. I love it. And once again, same stuff, so I won't go over it. Eat my asshole. Sorry. Here's Blastoff. Blastoff. Blastoff! Blastoff. Okay, here's the thing. It's not a bad mold. It's not a bad toy. I just wish they would have either, I don't know, made a new mold, or maybe went with a Skydive Air Raid mold with this. But they didn't. They made this. There's an explanation in their comic book that, like, oh, Blastoff kept getting me spotted because he was easy to find. So now he's just a stupid plane. This is not because I'm a G1er. This is mostly because I'm a Bruticus fan, and my mother always told me, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. It's still stupid. Okay, you know, I might be a bit harsh on it, but overall, it is nice, and it does look very, I guess, if Blastoff was somehow a jet, it would look nice, and I think this would go well. Oh, well, I think Dakar is making their own Blastoff, so maybe it'll do better. Before we do this, I'd like to mention, all of them have landing gear, and I think that's very cute. Anyway, so to make this guy a arm or a leg, first we'll start with a leg, of course. We do this, and then you plug this in, you lift this up. Okay, maybe we need to force this to do this. I just like being really lazy. And there's this. Now you can do something else. I like doing this, honestly, because it makes it more streamlined. And it wouldn't, if you do it like this, then it works, fills it out from the side profile, but from the front it doesn't do much. I mean, from the front, this doesn't look bad either. In the side, but who's honestly going to look at my figures from the side? It's not going to be Jesus Christ. I impress them other ways. And also, these things could be either displayed like this or displayed like that. All depends. Personal preference. So, let's go on over to arm mode. And you do this. You do that. Oh, by the way, I'm not doing a thing for Quickslinger or Blast Off because really same mold, just different heads. And you plug this in. Well, you don't have to. Well, it kind of is. It's recommended that you do it like this. There we go, and then there's that so far. And you gotta hold on. There we go. And then you plug that in. And there's Firefly, Quickslinger, and Blast Off in arm mode, and I like it. Once again, you could do whatever you want with this. I like keeping it down this way. And you could also do this. And that's nice as well. I do this for Blast Off. But anyway, so there's that. Very, very neat. So now we got to go on to robot mode. And you do this. Flip this back. Yeah, come on, there we go. Let's hoist up the camera just a tiny bit. There's this, and here's this, and bada bing, bada boop. There's Firefly in robot mode. And he looks nice.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
And here we have Firefly in his robot mode, as I previously stated. And he looks very nice. I like the head sculpt. It's very, very neat. Considering that the other two are remolds, but we'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, I like the colors around on Firefly. It makes a lot of sense. It's a lot of whites, but the red on the back, most of this, is just somehow it makes it work. I don't know. It almost makes it seem like it's red and white instead of a white and red figure, if you catch my drift. So, once again, ball joint, swivel, ratchet, swivel, ball joint, kick, nothing back here. That's about it. This is the same for most of these Combiner Wars figures, if I haven't said that already. You could give him a gun. It's a very nice looking gun. That's about it. You can also give him his Combiner foot gun. And I like this one. It looks like mortars. Wait, don't fall over. Looks like mortars, and I like that on Firefly. Sounds like a firecracker. So, there we go. There's Firefly. And he's really neat. I like him. And here's Quickslinger in his robot mode. And I love Quickslinger. He's probably my favorite of this mold. Not because it's a hard-to-get figure nowadays, but it's just really nice, and I like the color on it. It's a white figure, and then there's some blacks and some reds and some splashes of silver and orange and gold. And I love it. I just love that kind of way. I just love it. He's got a different head, and most people, and it's very reminiscent of Alpha Bravo. But then again, Alpha Bravo was supposed to be this guy, so there's a lot of Alpha Bravo. Let me go grab Alpha Bravo. Let me go get him. Hello, Alpha Bravo. Come on, you're needed elsewhere. There we go. So there's a lot of cues that Alpha Bravo took from Quickslinger slash Slingshot, a orange or red chest, mostly white, and the head. This was obviously meant to be its own, like a replacement for Quickslinger, until a bunch of fans started bitching and moaning about it. Now we got this, and I really like him. I think he's actually a really good replacement for Alpha Bravo. Not saying Alpha Bravo sucked, but I really like Quickslinger. He's my favorite of this mold. Shoot me in the head. Sorry. Blast Off. Looks like Blast Off, all right. Yeah, that's about all I can say, really. There's nothing wrong with this. Honestly, this looks like Blast Off. Yeah, he doesn't have a nose cone back there. In fact, his nose cone was his arms. And they do kind of allude to that fact that these parts are the black parts, and the black parts of the space shuttle mode in the old days was his hands. So I do like that nod. But, you know, overall, you could just do this. Look, it's gone. Can't find it. Oh, there it is again. But overall, I do like that. But there's one thing I don't like about this. They use Quickslinger's head. That's fine and dandy, except for the fact that Blastoff has a face mask. They could have easily took Firefly. They could have took off his head. They could have just used his mask. They could have just took off a bunch of Firefly's masks and used it for Blastoff. But no, they decided to go Quickslinger route. Now, I can understand that some people, I can understand, maybe this was for people who didn't buy Quickslinger so they could customize this guy up. I don't think that was the sole reason, though. I think it was just, what was the last thing we used? Quickslinger. All right, make 1 billion of those, paint them up as Blastoff. That's how it works. Blastoff makes me angry. But you know what? I kind of like him. Yeah, I said it. Big whoop. You want to fight about it? You want to kick my ass? You want. Here's Firefly, Blastoff, and Quickslinger. And here's what they compared with the other figures. By heads, they're taller than Starscream, and by nose cones, they're taller than Starscream. And of course, they're not as big as Evasion Mode Prime, but honestly, they almost hit his shoulder, which is very neat. So let's go on over to the overall reviews on these three guys. 2 of them are positive, 1 of them is slightly negative. Mostly.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
So overall, would I highly recommend Firefly? Yeah, he's an intricate part of Superion, and I really like this mold. It's nice, it's sleek, very pretty. And would I highly recommend Quickslinger? Yeah, I really love it. If you can find it for a good price now that since Mayhem is gone, for this guy at least. But overall, I think he's really nice. If you can't get him, Alpha Bravo is a nice replacement. And would I recommend Blastoff? If you can't get Takara's Bruticus, I guess. There's nothing wrong with it, and I kind of understand why they went with this, but I really wish we had Blastoff or a character that replaced Blastoff. It's a nice mold. I don't know, it doesn't really do it for me for Blastoff. The Minor Wars rolls on.